Welcome to SUPRS Live. This is the Supermodified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series, and we are here for night two of the 16th annual North Carolina Swing. Welcome, everybody. Glad you could be with us here tonight. I'm Bob Gangwer. I'll be your host tonight on the SUPRS Broadcasting Network on Twitch and SUPRS Live on supers.net. We are glad that you could join us for this R Factor portion of our North Carolina Swing. We are in the middle right now of a three night, 5-track swing through the Tar Heel State. And we've been doing this since 2004, since the very first year that we were in existence. SUPRS is the original super modified sim racing sanction, and we race online to get back real time. We do that to help injured super modified drivers, and we do these cool little deals. Last night we ran NASCAR Heat and ran two 40-lap features at the fictional DeSera Speedway, which Carl Bonsai Becker won. The old guy, that saying, old dudes rule. Well, Carl ruled last night. Youth was not served. He fought off the young rookie, Zach Sears, out of Round Lake Beach, Illinois, passed him with 2 laps to go, and Carl Becker won for the second year in a row on the first race on the first night of the North Carolina Swing at DeSera Speedway. And then on the second night, a guy that had gone over a year and almost 50, well, it was about 56 races in between wins, hasn't raced in some time with Supers due to family commitments, came back strong. The guy's got over 550 Super starts. Steady Steve Callahan out of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, was the winner at Orange County Speedway. Super's first event at Orange County, won by Steady Steve Callahan. And what that did is that helped those guys out with points. Now, through the first 4 races, including tonight's 2 races, everybody's trying to get into the top 8 in points so that they can be invited to the Hickory Hustle on Thursday, tomorrow night. Because once tonight's races are done, this second race at Concord is finished. All of the points will be erased, and everybody goes to Hickory Motor Speedway for the Hickory Hustle, and it's a winner-take-all race with a random start. The drivers will draw for their starting position, no time trials, get on the track and go 75 laps, and whoever wins at the end of the Hickory Hustle is the 2019 North Carolina Swing champion. Keith Powell, Rob Warren, right now at the top of the North Carolina points. Everybody's in so far, 7 drivers. We'll put 2 alternates in as well for tomorrow night, and like a 4-way tie for third place right now with 125 points. Carl Becker, Steve Callahan, Bob Gamer, Zach Sears. So those are the points. Unless we have somebody else show up to make 8, they would have to start on their points. There's championship points tomorrow night if they want to make the hustle. So that's where we stand as of last night. Tonight, we've got a 50-lapper on tap at Southern National Motorsports Park and a 50-lapper on tap at Concord Motorsports Park. And tonight, on night 2, Rob Warren pretty much owns night 2. As a matter of fact, in 5 of the last 6 years, Rob Warren has swept both races on night number 2 of the North Carolina Swing. This guy is just blazingly good and fast, no matter what track it is on the second night. We switched around a little bit between Southern National and Coastal Plains and Jacksonville, North Carolina, but it doesn't matter if it's R Factor or NASCAR Heat or what track it is. Rob Warren is the driver to watch here tonight on night number 2. Keep an eye on the first to finish race servers, number 35, Rocket Rob Warren. He is going to be fast. Warren is certainly good at Concord. That'll be our second race of the night. Going into last year's race, Rob had racked up 4 feature wins in a row at Concord. And then guess what? He won his 5th in a row at Concord last year. And going into last year's race, he had led 186 of a possible 200 laps that he had competed in. Familiar territory is Concord's victory lane for Rocket Rob Warren out of Pulaski, New York. Keep your eyes on the number 35 tonight. The guy that we're also watching tonight, driving the number 41, Mayfield Missile, out of Geneva, Ohio, Carrollton, Ohio area. It's Keith Put One on You, Powell, and the icing's on top machine. Powell is battling with Warren at the top of this championship point standings right now. We expect it to be no different here tonight, as he was on the podium at both races last night, and he was on the podium both races at these two tracks last year. Powell, certainly a fast race car driver and a guy to watch. Another one to watch here tonight is number 55 is Steady Steve Callahan, just getting a start last night for the season after being away most of the summer season for the non-wing super modifieds. So Callahan has qualified very well here tonight. Brad Keyser, your fast qualifier at Southern National. Championship points are stacking up, as we said, a great battle between Warren and Powell at the top. But now we have 5 different winners in 6 races, I believe it is tonight. Rob Warren lead the points, 14 points. Picked up 7 points on Powell last night. Bob Gangwer in 3rd, Carl Becker 4th, and Zach Sears has been switching back and forth with Brad Keyser for the top 5. If you want to race for points and go for the gold with SUPRS, you want to go to SUPRS.net. Click the About tab. We want you to learn a little bit about us first, and then click the Join Us tab, and you can race your own Super Modified online. Coming up on the SUPRS calendar, as we said, tomorrow night, the Hickory Hustle, and then a week next Tuesday, coming up a week from yesterday, will be the Black Cat Classic with another R-Factor race as we finish out the season. But last night was a NASCAR heat race, and we want to remind you to go to heatfinder.net/vote. We want you to vote for SUPRS in the 18th annual NASCAR Heat Community Awards. The 18th anniversary of those awards been going ever since NASCAR Heat came online, and we have our champion, Rob Warren, going for Driver of the Year. So we would like to see you vote for Rob Warren for Driver of the Year and vote for SUPRS for League of the Year. The original Super Modified Sim Racing Sanction is one that does things a little bit different than everybody else. We race online to give back real time. What that means is your donations to SUPRS don't go to pay for server costs or fun things, rigs, or anything like that. It goes to help injured super modified drivers. Learn more about the Dion Parrish Memorial Benevolent Fund at supers.com, or excuse me, supers.net. Click the Donate tab. We have got 250 lappers in store for you tonight. Southern National, Concord, both high banked, crazy fast racetracks that are really tough on the right rear tire. You're going to have to keep an eye out on that as the drivers will start to get loose, especially at Concord. But let's talk about Southern National first. The bright yellow walls and the tough, bumpy nature of Turn 4 especially tends to send the drivers up into the front stretch wall, so keep an eye on that. And also keep an eye on how the drivers get into turn number 1, as a lot of times they'll be dive bombing in there, and it can cause some real problems. Well, folks, here's how we're going to line them up for the first feature at Southern National on night number 2 of the 16th annual North Carolina Swing. On the pole from Liverpool, New York, driving the Southern Hills Storm football team number 3, it's Brad Keyser. Keyser on the pole in the red 3. Next to Keyser, driving the